So, I want to ask you a lot of questions, but I
Okay.
want to start with asking you how you came about working with uh, as a family therapist and how that happened that you come into this line of work.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Well, it's a very long story, so I'll try to make it brief.
Yes. Okay.
It's um, when I was a young mother. My husband was studying to be a chaplain,
Yeah.
and I was at home with two small children, and I had interrupted my um, undergraduate education when my children were little. But I was home alone with the kids and getting pretty bored because they were watching children's TV and I wasn't interested in that. And I played with them, but they played. Anyway, I was getting bored. So he would bring home his therapy books, his counseling books. And one of them was by Virginia Satir called Conjoint Family Therapy. And when I read that book, I realized that's what my family needed when I was a young girl and my mother was depressed. We all had separate therapists. And so I was fascinated by it, and I realized that that's what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do therapy of some kind, but I didn't know much about it. So when I was able to go back to my undergraduate studies and then my graduate studies, I looked for family therapy programs. There weren't very many in the United States at that time. But the university near where we were living had a counseling education program. They taught counselor education, which is school counselors and rehabilitation counselors and counseling psychologists. And I went in looking to just talk to somebody one day, and I said, I want to learn family therapy. And the secretary, who was, like a lot of secretaries, really the person in charge, said to me, sit down. And I did, because I found out you always do what Rita says. And she brought out a professor and he said, you want to learn family therapy? I said, yes, I do. And he said, we want to develop a family therapy program. Will you help us? So I did. Two colleagues and I, this was our master's program, wanted to learn family therapy. So we took the counseling education courses so we could get our degrees. And we did a lot of electives and extra courses by developing them ourselves and working with the professors to develop them so that they fit the guidelines for the professional association in the United States. So that's how I got into family therapy. I loved it. And I know that your next question is going to be about how I got into solution-focused therapy.